Somebody help me. Help! Help! I need help. Amara screamed with tears in her face. Amara was once a beautiful girl that every man admired her beauty, but everything changed overnight. My name is Amara. Yesterday, 5 men asked to marry me. This morning, my own father won't look at my face. Last night, I went to sleep beautiful, skin glowing like bronze, eyes bright as stars, the kind of beauty that made people stop and stare. This morning, I woke up looking like a skeleton. My skin is gray and hanging off my bones. My eyes are sunken deep in my skull. My beautiful hair is now dry and scattered like dead grass. I look like death itself. I didn't get sick. I didn't have an accident. There was no warning. I just went to sleep and woke up like this. The same men who brought me gifts yesterday are laughing at me today. The same children who loved me now run away screaming masquerade. Even my own father, the man who was so proud of me, sent me away from home because I'm too ugly to be seen. The native doctor says only one thing can break this curse: true love. A man must truly love me, looking exactly like this, and marry me. Only then will I become beautiful again. But tell me, who could ever love someone who looks like a living corpse? The doctor also said something else. The person who cursed you is closer than you think. My stepsister Zara now has all the men I once had. She walks past my house every day in beautiful clothes, smiling, while I hide in the shadows. Did she do this to me? Did her mother? This is my story. The story of how I lost everything in one night. How I was betrayed by someone I trusted. And how I must find true love, the only thing that can save me, while looking like a monster. They took my beauty. They took my life. They took everything. But they made one mistake. They left me my heart. And I will fight until I find the truth and the love that can break this curse.
highlifeng.com.
Amara was the most beautiful girl in the whole village. Her skin was smooth and dark like rich earth after rain. Her eyes were bright like stars in the night sky. When she smiled, even angry people would forget their anger. She lived with her mother in a small mud house near the river. Her mother sold groundnuts in the market and worked very hard. They were not rich, but they were happy. Every day, young men would come to their house. They brought yams, fish, palm oil, and sweet fruits. They all wanted to marry Amara. "Please, Amara, marry me," one man would say. "No, marry me instead. I will give you everything," another would say. Amara would just smile and say, "Thank you, my brother." Then she would laugh softly. She was kind to everyone, but she was not ready to marry. She wanted to help her mother first. Her mother was proud of her. "My daughter, you have a good heart," she would say while cooking their evening meal. But not everyone was happy about Amara's beauty. In another house not far away lived Zara. Zara was Amara's stepsister. They had the same father, but different mothers. Zara was also pretty, but nobody noticed her. All the young men ran past her house to go to Amara's house. This made Zara very angry. "Mama, why do they love Amara more than me?" Zara would cry to her mother. "Am I not beautiful too?" Her mother, Mama Zara, would hold her and say, "You are beautiful, my daughter. But Amara, her beauty is different. It shines too much." One night, Zara was crying in her room. "It is not fair, Mama. I want men to bring me gifts too. I want people to look at me the way they look at Amara." Mama Zara sat quiet for a long time. Then she said something that made Zara's heart beat fast. "My daughter, do you really want Amara's beauty?" "Yes, Mama. Yes, I do." Mama Zara's eyes became dark and scary. "Then we must do something. Something secret. But you must be brave." Zara did not understand, but she nodded. "I will be brave, Mama." That night, the rain started to fall. Thunder shook the sky. Lightning flashed like angry spirits. But Mama Zara said, "Tonight, we go tonight." "Go where, Mama?" Zara asked, fear growing in her stomach. "You will see. Just follow me and don't ask questions." The rain was falling very hard. The wind was blowing so strong that trees were shaking. Everyone in the village stayed inside their warm houses. But Mama Zara and Zara went outside into the cold rain. Mama Zara was carrying a black pot wrapped in red cloth. Zara was shaking, not just from the cold, but from fear. "Mama, Where are we going? She asked again. Be quiet. Just walk, Mama Zara said. They walked through the muddy road. Zara's feet kept slipping. She almost fell many times. The rain made everything dark and scary. Thunder boomed above them. Zara jumped and screamed, Mama, I'm scared. Stop screaming. Do you want the whole village to hear us? Mama Zara pulled her hand hard. They walked deeper into the bush, far from the village. Zara could hear strange sounds. Owls hooting, branches breaking, things moving in the darkness. Mama, please, let's go back home. Zara begged, tears mixing with rain on her face. It's too late now. We are almost there. Finally, they reached a big tree. Under the tree, the rain did not touch the ground because the leaves were so thick. Mama Zara put down the black pot and told Zara to sit. Zara's whole body was shaking. She wanted to run away, but her legs felt heavy like stones. Mama Zara took out a small cracked mirror from inside her wrapper. She put it on top of the black pot. Then she started singing strange words that Zara did not understand. The wind blew harder. The rain fell louder. And Mama Zara's voice became deeper and scarier. Repeat after me, Mama Zara commanded. And Mama, I don't want to. Repeat after me. Mama Zara shouted. Zara was too scared to say no. With tears in her eyes, she repeated the strange words her mother was saying. Words that called Amara's name. Words that asked the spirits to take Amara's beauty and give it to Zara. Suddenly, lightning struck very close to them. Both of them screamed and fell into the mud. Mama, Mama, I want to go home. Zara cried. But Mama Zara held her hand tight. Her eyes looked strange and wild. We cannot stop now, Zara. It is done. They ran back home in the rain, both of them covered in mud and shaking with fear. When they reached their house, Zara rushed inside and sat in the corner, hugging her knees. Her little sister came and asked, Sister, why are you wet? Where did you go? Go to sleep. Mama Zara shouted at the little girl. The little girl ran away, scared. That whole night, Zara could not sleep. Every small sound made her jump. She kept seeing the black pot and the cracked mirror in her mind. She kept hearing her mother's scary voice calling Amara's name. Mama, she whispered in the darkness, are you a witch? Shut up and sleep, Mama Zara hissed back. But neither of them could sleep that night. The next morning, before the sun was fully up, a loud scream broke the silence of the village. Help me. Somebody help me. Zara and her mother jumped up from their mat. They looked at each other with wide eyes. Let's go and see, Mama Zara said quickly. They ran outside. Other people were also running toward the screaming. Everyone wanted to know what was happening. When they reached Amara's house, many people were already standing there. But they were standing far away, afraid to go close. Zara pushed through the crowd to see. When she saw what everyone was looking at, her mouth dropped open. Her heart stopped beating for a moment. It was Amara, but it was not the Amara everyone knew. The beautiful girl who shined like the sun was gone. In her place sat a thin, weak person who looked like a skeleton. Her skin was dry and gray. Her eyes were sunken deep in her face. Her beautiful hair was now rough and scattered. Her bones were showing through her skin. She looked like she had not eaten for many, many years. Mama, Mama, what is happening to me? Amara cried, looking at her own hands. She could not believe what she was seeing. Her mother, Mama Amara, was holding her and crying. My daughter, what happened? Tell me what happened. But Amara had no answer. She kept touching her face, her arms, her legs, hoping it was a bad dream. But it was real. She had woken up like this. Children in the crowd started crying and hiding behind their mothers. Some people covered their mouths in shock. Others ran away in fear. Is this really Amara? Someone whispered. It must be witchcraft, another person said. Maybe she used charm on men, and now the charm has turned against her, an old woman said. Zara stood there, frozen. She could not move. She could not speak. Deep inside her heart, fear was growing bigger and bigger. What have we done? What have Mama and I done? She looked at her mother. Mama Zara was standing there, pretending to be shocked. She was even wiping fake tears from her eyes. Oh, Amara. Oh, what a terrible thing. Mama Zara said loudly so everyone could hear. But Zara could see the small smile hiding at the corner of her mother's mouth. Mama Amara looked up at all the people standing around. Please, someone help us. What should we do? An old man said, take her to the native doctor. Maybe he can help. Yes, yes, take her quickly, others agreed. That afternoon, Mama Amara and her husband, Papa Amara, carried their daughter to the native doctor who lived at the edge of the village. The native doctor looked very old and serious. He wore red cloth and had cowrie shells tied around his neck. He looked at Amara for a long time, then shook his head slowly. He threw his divination bones on the ground and studied them. He chanted some words. He looked at Amara again. Finally, he spoke. I cannot see clearly who did this. The magic used was very strong and very dark. Mama Amara began to cry. Please help us. She's my only daughter. The native doctor raised his hand. There is only one way to break this curse. Everyone leaned forward to hear. Amara must find true love. A man who will love her truly, even as she looks now. If such a man marries her, she will return to her former beauty, even more beautiful than before. Papa Amara looked confused. But who will love her now? Look at her. The native doctor stood up. That is the test. True love does not see with eyes only. It sees with the heart. Days passed, then weeks. Every morning, Mama Amara would help Amara walk outside to get fresh air. But every time they went out, children would see Amara and scream, "Masquerade! Masquerade!" and run away. Amara's heart broke a little more each time. The young men who used to bring gifts to her house, they stopped coming. Nobody came anymore. The house that was once full of visitors was now empty and quiet. One morning, Amara and her mother were outside, trying to fetch water, when they heard loud voices and laughter. They looked up and saw a group of young men gathered in front of Zara's house. Each man was carrying something: yams, fish, palm wine, fruits. Mama Zara, please let me marry your daughter Zara. See what I brought, one man shouted. No, I brought better gifts. Let me marry her, another man argued. The men were pushing each other, trying to show who had the best gifts. Amara and her mother stood there, unable to move. They could not believe their eyes. All the men who used to chase Amara were now chasing Zara. Mama, Amara whispered, tears filling her eyes. Do you think Mama Zara knows something about what happened to me? Mama Amara sigid deeply. I don't know my daughter, but my heart tells me something is not right. Just then, one of the young men turned and saw Amara standing there. He pointed at her and laughed loudly. Look, it's the beautiful Amara, he mocked. All the other men turned to look. When they saw her, they burst into loud laughter. Amara, you were too proud when we were chasing you, one shouted. You thought you were too beautiful for us. Now look at you, another laughed. You look like a broomstick, a third one said, and they all laughed even harder. Their laughter was like knives cutting into Amara's heart. Tears ran down her thin face. She turned and ran back into the house, crying. Mama, they're laughing at me. Mama, everyone is laughing at me. Mama Amara ran after her and held her tight. My daughter, don't listen to them. They are foolish. They never loved you truly. But the words did not stop the pain. Outside, Zara came out of her house. She was wearing a new, beautiful wrapper. Her head was held high, like a proud bird. She walked past Amara's house and said loudly, Some people's time is finished. The young men laughed and followed her. From that day, Zara would pass in front of Amara's house every morning, just to show off. She would wear her finest clothes and smile proudly, making sure Amara saw her. Sometimes she would look at Amara and whisper loud enough for her to hear. Ugly. So ugly. Amara would hide inside the house, crying quietly in the dark corner. She stopped going outside because she was afraid of people laughing at her. But the worst pain was yet to come. One evening, Papa Amara came home from the palm wine joint. He was walking like a person who had drunk too much. His eyes were red and tired. He entered the house and sat down heavily on the wooden chair. My husband, welcome home, Mama Amara greeted him, but her voice was worried. Papa Amara did not answer. He just sat there, looking at the floor for a long time. Finally, he spoke. I cannot continue like this. What do you mean? Mama Amara asked. Everywhere I go, people laugh at me. At the palm wine joint today, they said, see Amara's father. His beautiful daughter now looks like a skeleton. They all laughed at me. I cannot even drink my palm wine in peace. Mama Amara felt tears coming to her eyes. What do you want us to do? Papa Amara looked at her with cold eyes. Zara's wedding is coming soon. Many people will come from far away. I don't want them to see Amara like this. Take her to your village. Let her stay there until things get better. Mama Amara could not believe what she was hearing. You want to send your own daughter away? Because you are ashamed of her? It is for the best, Papa Amara said without looking at her. You are choosing Zara's wedding over your own daughter? Mama Amara's voice was shaking with anger and sadness. Papa Amara said nothing. He just stood up and walked away. In the other room, Amara was sitting on the floor. She heard everything. Tears fell from her eyes like rain. Her own father was sending her away because she was no longer beautiful. That night, neither Amara nor her mother could sleep. They sat outside under the moon, holding each other and crying softly. Mama, why is the world so cruel to me? Amara whispered. What did I do wrong? Mama Amara kissed her daughter's forehead. You did nothing wrong, my child. The world is sometimes full of wickedness, but God sees everything. He will not forget you. Will I ever be beautiful again, Mama? Will anyone ever love me? I don't know, my daughter, but I know one thing. I will never leave you. Never. They cried together until the morning came. When the rooster crowed and the sun began to rise, Papa Amara came out of his room. It is time. You must go now, he said without looking at them. Mama Amara stood up slowly. She wiped her tears and went inside to pack their few belongings. Amara looked at the house where she had grown up. She looked at the compound where she used to play as a child. She looked at everything, knowing she was being sent away from her own home. She wrapped a cloth around her head to hide her face. She did not want people to see her as they left. As they walked slowly down the village path, some people peeped from their windows. Some whispered. Some just stared. Zara was standing in front of her house, watching them leave. She had a small smile on her face. But deep inside Zara's heart, something else was growing. It was not happiness. It was not victory. It was fear. Because late at night, when everywhere was quiet, Zara would remember that rainy night in the bush. She would remember the black pot, the cracked mirror, and her mother's scary voice. And she would wonder, what have we done? What terrible thing have we done? To be continued. Will Amara ever find true love? Will the curse be broken? And will Zara's guilt finally make her tell the truth? The story continues.